Hello, and welcome to the Brutal Iron Gym podcast, where our goal is to cut through the BS and deliver the brutal truth about topics related to health and happiness. Today's podcast is number 1479. The topic is mindset, and the title is a long one. So the title is A Trainer's Viewpoint, Training Clients Who Don't Eat to Match Their Goals. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself, and that'll help kind of put this all in context. I started working out when I was 15 years old. I was tease fighting, saying smart ass comments basically back and forth with a friend, and they made a statement of, well, at least I'm not fat. And at the time, I would have been, I think, 5'8", around 165 pounds. So I wasn't like majorly overweight, but I was definitely soft and pudgy, no muscle tone. Could even do like 10 push-ups. Definitely out of shape. So whatever shape I was in, I was out of it. But meaning like I would have looked normal, but I was soft and squishy. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that he could say that about me and that it was true. So I got kind of mad at myself. I was like, damn it, if you don't like somebody calling you something, but you allowed yourself to become that something, that's your fault, man. Like, you got to get mad at you, and you have to fix that. So I set a goal of doing 250 push-ups and 250 sit-ups every single day. And it was on my 15th birthday. Now, I could not do 20 push-ups in a row. I could not do, or not anywhere near decent technique, do 20 sit-ups in a row. So I basically signed myself up to do 20 sets of push-ups and sit-ups every day. Now, I was pretty fueled by self-hate and the desire to change, so I did pretty well. For that first year, from my 15th birthday to my 16th birthday, I only missed 10 days. Crazy. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. So 7 of those was actually on a Boy Scout trip where I was too embarrassed to do it in front of my friends. So I missed 3 days in a whole year of that goal. Now, my parents were awesome, and they knew that I was into lifting and stuff, so I asked them for a weight set, and at 16 years old, they bought me this weight set. I forget how much it was, but I think it was $600. So it was a lot of money, and it was my birthday, Christmas, and Easter gifts all combined. They also gave me half of our garage, so I had a 1-car garage space to set up my weight room. We got a weight machine, an old weight machine from a neighbor, which was pretty awesome. So I basically got to set up a home gym at 16 years old. Badass. I think I trained every single day for 2 or 3 years. I loved it. Now, the downside is starting at 15, I thought food was an enemy. I thought food was making me fat, so I just decided not to eat it. So I ate about 1 meal a day. When I got super hungry and or sick, I would eat Cool Pops, which is popsicle things. And I would my mom ran a daycare from our house, a daycare center. So I would steal all the daycare kids' Cool Pops, which would, be a funny little joke with them. But I would literally steal them. And I would eat all their Cool Pops when I was getting sick. And the sugars, helped the nausea. But I only ate basically 1 meal a day for 3 years. And for 3 years, I gained 4 inches in height, somehow, even though I was eating nothing, so who knows how tall I could have been if I'd have actually eaten food. But I gained 4 inches in height, and I stayed at 165 pounds. I was still fat after 3 years of being anorexic. I'm the worst anorexic person ever. I failed at being anorexic because I was still fat afterwards. I was like, damn it. So I was 4 inches taller. You could still grab a roll of fat around my midsection. I'm 283 pounds now, and I actually have less fat on me than I did at 165. Crazy. So I basically learned very hard life lesson that if you eat nothing, you make absolutely no progress. So that's basically what I experienced was I ate nothing. Even though I trained pretty much every single day for 3 years, I gained nothing. In my pursuit of trying to learn more about physical health, I decided to go to undergrad for health and phys ed. I jumped around a couple things between athletic training and some other odds and ends, but eventually got a health and phys ed degree. During that time, I was training clients for money. Even though I looked like crap, I knew a lot. So I was able to help my friends look and be stronger. I was able to help a lot of other people look and be stronger. So during that time, I really solidified my awareness that training alone, independent of nutritional support, led to absolutely poor results, wasted efforts, and continued unhappiness. The people I worked with who didn't put effort into their nutrition, they didn't really see a lot of results for their effort. They got demotivated from it, and they were as unhappy afterwards as they were when they started. It was crap. It was a crap experience for them and for me. Now, in the clients who would eat properly, the exact same training methods would equal great results. They were super happy. They made progress. And it was like, what's happening here? Why is this working for some people but not for others? So I decided to go to get a master's in nutrition. I wanted to learn even more about nutrition, so I went and got that. Now, I had been training clients through college, side way to make money in odds and ends. And after completing my master's, I decided to go ahead and open Brutal Iron Gym. So I opened Brutal Iron Gym back in 2011. So it's been a minute. I've been over 10 years now. And when I first opened, I had to pay my bills. So I had to get a lot of money. So I trained anyone who would sign up. I started training for $20 an hour. And I would write their workouts for the times I wouldn't meet with them. And I wrote their nutrition programs. For $20 an hour, if you just trained with me once a week for $20, I would write your training program and your nutrition program. That's how stupid I was, but how desired I was to build this business and make it work. I never slept. I did not take care of myself, and I was destroyed. But the business owes nothing. So the business is totally debt-free. Freaking amazing, very blessed. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to everyone, to God. But the business is debt-free. So it worked. But what I found during that time, and it's still true, is my clients who did the nutrition programs, they had proper nutrition. They made progress. They stayed around. They were clients for years on end. And they helped build the gym and build myself through word of mouth because they were just so freaking excited about making progress. Everybody around them could see that they were making progress. So it really grew myself. It grew their self-esteem. It grew the gym. It was awesome. Now, the poor nutrition clients, the clients who didn't eat proper nutrition, they had poor nutrition, they made very little progress. They had negative attitudes towards training, towards nutrition. They would either quit or they would just kind of go through the motions and everything would be the same and nothing would grow and nothing would change. Now, through the clients who had proper nutrition, I was able to grow a waiting list of clients. So I was training 50 hours in person a week, and I had more people wanting to sign up, and I just couldn't freaking do it. By cleaning the gym, writing the training plans, nutrition programs, trying to market the gym and do all the other odds and ends, financial crap. I mean, I was sleeping on the floor in my office for 4 hours a night, most nights of the week. And I just couldn't do it. So I was like, well, crap. So I started to think, well, the people who aren't putting in nutritional effort, they're getting very little results. They're not helping me grow in knowledge. They're not helping the business grow by looking any better. And they're not really growing themselves. They're not getting any happier. Nothing is happening for them. I wouldn't mind sacrificing myself to some degree if it helped them, but it didn't even help them. So I was like, well, I have people who are on the waiting list who are hungry, excited. They're going to follow the nutrition plan. This person, I've told them to follow the nutrition plan 1,700 times and they still won't do it. I've given them every step they can do and they still won't do it. It's time to let them go. I don't operate with any contracts. I have never signed a contract with anyone for anything, training-wise and business-wise. Because I want to be able to quit the client whenever I want, as much as I would want them to quit me if I was awful at what I did. If I needed a contract, that's my fault. I should be good enough that I don't need a contract. Now, there's tons of arguments against that, but that's the mindset that I've had from the start, is I don't want somebody to feel like they have to work with me. I want them to want to work with me. I also don't want to work with somebody if I feel like I have to work with them. I want to work with them. So, I basically started replacing people who weren't following nutrition. Even though I've given them multiple chances, I've made it as ridiculously simple as it can be, and they're just not doing it. We've talked about emotional aspects related to food. I've tried to be a counselor to the nth degree, but I can't change somebody if they won't change. So people in those positions, I started transitioning from people into the waiting list, and I started transitioning to only working with clients who would put effort into their nutrition. Well, what do you know? Me as a trainer, the word of mouth of my abilities grew. The word of mouth of the gym grew. I could charge more. I didn't have to train as many hours in person, so I could start to invest into my own health. That has now led to me training 100% online. I make sufficient money to financially provide for my responsibility aspect in my marriage. So I'm very blessed there. Very, very, very blessed. Thank you, God. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to my wife. And I get to train myself every day now. It's amazing. But the best, and I literally mean this, the best aspect is I'm now helping more people than I ever did before. Back whenever I was struggling mentally with burnout, when I was training 50 hours a week in person, I would count my touches per day. And what this means is how many times I touched someone's life. How many people today did I make a difference in their life? Now, I could just smile at the cashier at the grocery store, ask them how their day was, and that counted to me. It's just in some way, how did I create a positive difference in someone's life? And I used to count that because it would motivate me whenever I was struggling. My touches now, the people I'm able to help now, are multitudes, like multiples above what it used to be. So I am very blessed, very excited. I wake up every day fired up to go out into the world and make a difference. So as a trainer, if you're training clients who are not following your nutrition advice, try to help them. Give them a couple chances. Try to have an honest, face-to-face, one-on-one conversation about what's holding them back. If they have some emotional issues, if they have some other things that are in the way, try to figure it out. Read some books with them. Maybe talk to a professional who deals with nutritional, emotional aspects. Try to figure it out. But if they're just not following through, you've given them a million chances and they're just not doing it. It might be time to move on. If you're a trainer and you're not providing nutritional-based guidance, you absolutely need to. Absolutely. Whether it's direct or indirect, you need to have nutrition that matches the training and the person's goal. You cannot out-train under-eating. You might be able to out-train overeating, but you sure as hell cannot out-train under-eating, which is overwhelmingly what most people do when they're trying to lose weight. You cannot out-train under-eating. You cannot out-train under-eating. So if you're a trainer and you're not providing nutrition-based guidance, listen to podcast 1232. It's a nutrition podcast titled Start Here. You can find that, or all of our podcasts are available on our website, www.brutalirongym.com. Listen to it. It takes you step by step how to write your own nutrition plan. Now, you would just do that for your client, right? Okay? Follow the same steps. We also have a nutrition coaching service where I actually do the nutrition coaching for other trainers' clients. And it's awesome. The trainers love it because they can focus just on training the person and or kind of running their business. If nutrition isn't their passion, if nutrition isn't their background, they don't know what to do. They feel overwhelmed and they just don't want to hassle. Well, if you don't deal with that, your training is going to get very limited progress because no nutritional support to support the adaptations that you want to make from the training stimulus. The person is going to get great results. They're going to get frustrated. They're going to quit. So if you have nutritional support, you have long-term client retention, you have word of mouth building your business, and people are just really freaking happy. Also, if you manage the nutritional coaching service yourself, you'll make more income and you'll save the person more money so they can buy more training for you. If they have to pay for you and a nutrition coach, like a very expensive service, they're going to keep the coaching service for nutrition. If it's super expensive and they have to decide between you and the nutrition, they're going to choose the nutrition over you. So you're going to lose clients financially if you don't control that. Now, since we have that service, you can listen to podcast 1423. It's a Q&A podcast titled Team Training, Nutrition Coaching Service for Trainers. So I actually do nutrition coaching for other trainers' clients. We love it. Everything is full visibility. The trainer can see every conversation the client and I ever have. I promise I won't try to steal your clients. I'm busy enough, thankfully. Very blessed. But I won't steal your clients because that doesn't help me long term. And that's just being a big fat jerk. So I'm not going to do that. But you can see everything that I send between the client and myself. And the client knows that. Like it's a team event. Like the client knows both people, myself and you, the trainer, are on their side. We're working together to help them. Now, that is an awesome, awesome, awesome service. I'm also working on a nutrition educational video that will actually teach people how to write their own nutrition programs, take you step by step in a video format. That'll soon be available on our website. Now, as a client, if you're not putting in effort to match your nutrition, if you're not putting in effort to your nutrition to match your training and to match your goals, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your effort and you're wasting your money. Every minute you spend in the gym is inefficient or useless. And you'll be unhappy forever. That sounds dramatic, but it is that simple. To whatever degree you are unhappy that you haven't reached your goal, you will stay that degree of unhappy forever. If you do not manage your nutrition, nothing will change. You cannot out-train under eating. And no matter what your excuses are for why you're not eating better, I am 100% certain that they are valid to you. I'm not saying your excuses are wrong. I'm not saying you're full of shit. I know that you perceive that obstacle to be in your way and it's insurmountable. But there are people who know this. If I tried to fix the plumbing in my house, I would look at it and feel like it was insurmountable because I don't know crap about plumbing. I know nothing about plumbing. If I tried to fix my car, other than hitting it with a hammer, I have absolutely no clue how to fix anything on my car. It is not my area of expertise. So what seems like a challenge to me, if I were to talk to an expert, it's what they do. They would fix the plumbing in a heartbeat. They'd fix the car, no problem. If you don't know how to change and correct your nutrition, it's because you don't know nutrition. And that's okay. It's not your job. You haven't done a bunch of degrees. You haven't done education on it. You haven't had a ton of experience. It's not your job to know that. Talk to your trainer or hire a trainer or a nutrition coach. Get the expert. You're not going to try to fix the plumbing in your house. You might not try to fix your car on your own. Why try to fix your nutrition on your own? It's not your area. Don't do that. Of course you're going to feel defeated. Of course. Get somebody who knows. Okay? Otherwise, nothing will change. If you do not have your nutrition match your training is useless. And you will be as unhappy as you are now forever. So from a trainer's viewpoint, should you train clients who don't put effort into their nutrition? No. You're not doing yourself any favors, and you're not really helping them. They're not getting better. You're not being able to make any progress in the training because there's no nutritional support to make the adaptations that the training is demanding. Nobody's getting anything. The trainer isn't happy because nothing's happening. The person isn't happy because nothing's happening. You both are holding each other back. The client is holding back the trainer because they're not growing the trainer in their knowledge, in their business. You're not helping your trainer. You're hurting your trainer. And trainer, you're not helping your client. If you continue to train them and you just never let them be accountable towards their nutrition, they're never going to make any progress. They're going to be mad and upset all the time. Neither one is helping neither one. So what can you do? Trainers, listen to podcast 1232, Nutrition, titled Start Here. Follow the steps that I give in the podcast. Write the nutrition program. Practice writing it for yourself. Then practice writing it for clients, even if you don't share it with them. Just practice it. Get an idea of how to do it, and then experiment. Experiment on yourself. Experiment with 1 or 2 trusted clients. See how it goes and grow it from there. Or you can sign up for our nutrition coaching service. You can go to our website, www.brutalirongym.com. Under services, we have explanations of it. You can sign up for that, and I will help you train your clients. You can see what I do with them, and then whenever you feel confident and comfortable to do so, you can take over from there. Some of the trainers have done that. They let me get the ball started. They took over certain clients, and now all of a sudden they're doing it on their own. They're loving it. Everybody's happy. And I'm okay that I lost that business because that wasn't what I'm not doing it forever. I'm doing it to help people. Or a couple of the trainers, they just don't want to do it. It's not their area of expertise. They don't want to have to invest into learning that. They're trying to run their business. They're trying to train 40, 50 hours a week. They don't have time for the nutrition. So they're letting me just run their clients for them. So that is the options you have as a trainer. Clients, you can also listen to podcast 1232 and write your own nutrition program. Show it to your trainer if you want. Get accountability. Show it to a family member, a friend. But take control. You got this. Listen to podcast 1232. Do step by step what I tell you to do in that podcast, and you can do it. If you're uncertain, talk to your trainer. Get their opinion. Chances are, if they're a personal trainer, they have run across some nutrition information over time. So they probably know something. Just have a conversation with them. Okay? You can try to just make one simple change. Have them help you with accountability. Make one simple change to your nutrition. Give yourself 2 to 4 weeks to try to figure it out. Once you do, try to take another change. Another step. You can do this. Trainers, you can do this. Get your people to follow nutrition programs. 1,000,000% it'll be in your favor and theirs. Clients, please follow a nutrition program. You're wasting your time and you will be unhappy forever unless you do it. There's free help. Podcast 1232. You can pay for our nutrition coaching service as a client. It's just $100 a month. For trainers, we only charge $100 a month. There's no extra charge. I literally just want to do it to help people. So I hope that if you are a trainer and you've been struggling with this aspect, that you see the help that's out there. If you're a client and you've been struggling with this aspect, you see the help that is out there. There is help. You are not alone. And whatever you're facing can be overcome. Okay? Well, I hope you reach out if you need me. Our email is brutalirongym@gmail.com. You can always check out our website and reach out to us from there. Okay? Well, if you like today's podcast, if you think our podcast in general is helpful, please share it. The more people we share it with, the more people can help. If you share it on social media, that reaches the most amount of people. But even just in a conversation, if you hear somebody struggling with nutrition, tell them about us. Tell them to check out our website. Tell them that we can help them for $100 a month. There's no contract. They sign up for a month, learn what they need to learn, and then they can go on their own. But the help is available. It is out there. Thank you to the people who financially support the podcast. The podcast is well over $1,000 a year for hosting costs. I give an hour to it every day. and we want to keep it for free. So thank you to those who do donate to help cover the overall cost and the time. I do genuinely appreciate it. You can donate at our website, www.brutalirongym.com. There's an option there for a one-time donation, monthly donation, yearly donation, even just $5 a month. It does add up and it does help. Also, if you like the information we share in a podcast, you can find more from us on our social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube under the name Brutal Iron Gym. If you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, anything that you want to know, let us know at our email, brutalirongym@gmail.com. As always, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.